I think VeChain is refusing to stop. The reason why is because they recently made a post saying how the only path is forward, keep building. That's what they said. Now, keep in mind, VeChain is fresh off just seeing vWorld AI come into fruition and how that's actually powered by Agent Suite. We recently saw the vote in regard to the Interstellar upgrade actually going through. And then in the past, we've seen the Galactic upgrade and the Hayabusa upgrade. And given all of that, VeChain says the only path is forward, keep building. I think that showcases that they are still planning for things moving forward. And when it comes to the price, sure, VET has recovered, and VET being VeChain's primary native token, it has recovered almost 30% in the past week, but VeChain seems like they're refusing to stop building. And that's oftentimes what I care about when it comes to this space, because hype, it can come and go, but fundamentals and use case, it's usually there for the long term. And I want to discuss this in today's video, even though I am not telling anyone to do anything. It's just my mindset perspective, and nothing I say is financial advice. So if we take a look at this right here, what could VeChain be planning next? Because we already know that VeChain historically is focused on supply chain management. Recently, they've kind of shifted their focus towards AI. Case in point, again, like I mentioned previously, there was the launch of vWorld AI, and now that's powered by Agent Suite. So if what they mean by the only path is forward, keep building, if what they mean by that is launching a new product, wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. They've already showcased that they can launch products. So it's not out of their wheelhouse, right? It's in their wheelhouse, it's in their toolbox. Basically, they already know how to launch things. And now people like to say, well, it can't be a new partnership though. Well, why not? Historically, we've seen VeChain have a partnership with H&M, BMW. We take a look at the ongoing partnership with the UFC. We take a look at also with PowerSlap. So when it comes to VeChain, it's already proven time and time again that it can have these amazing partnerships. So if it's another partnership that they might be announcing, wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Or if, let's say, they want to be focused on another market sector, it's entirely possible in a pure hypothetical, in my opinion, just because VeChain has already showcased that it can pivot, right? I mean, it is still focused on supply chain management, to my understanding, but a major focus lately is AI. So if maybe, let's say, VeChain wants to be focused on a different market, whatever it may be, why not? I don't find this to be out of their wheelhouse again, right? It's already showcased that in the past it can pivot. And if it wants to pivot again, and not necessarily abandoning its previous focuses, no, but if it's like in regard to still being focused on supply chain management, still being focused on AI, and then being also focused on another market sector, that wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. So when it comes to VeChain, this is what I like about them. They're constantly, updating, which I like because a lot of these projects are very community driven. The community sometimes wants to know what is going on when it comes to a project, right? So of course, naturally, VeChain making a post like this is a big thumbs up for me, at least. And also it indicates, at least to me, that they are planning for things moving forward. Other projects out there, they don't want to plan for things moving forward. And the reason why, I think because some of them just don't really want to. It takes a lot of work, time, resources, energy, and let's face it, some other projects out there are just actually lazy. And doing this type of stuff, they feel like, why would they want to do it? Totally understandable. But when it comes to VeChain, that is not their mentality. They keep on wanting to build and they keep on wanting to thrive. And I do like seeing that, especially at a time like right now. Now, people like to tell me, well, VET recovered almost 30% in the past week. Isn't that pretty cool? Well, I feel like the journey is still quite far. And the reason why I say that is because even with this recovery, right, VET is still down almost 80% in the past 365 days. So if we take a look at it, okay, sure, the recovery almost 30% in the past 7 days, but still down almost 80% in the past 365 days. Now, is that necessarily a bad thing? No, I'm just showcasing that to kind of highlight that this recent recovery that we saw, it's really not too much comparatively speaking to before. VET is still over 10 times away than December of 2024. In December of 2024, this was like at around above a 5 billion market cap. The market cap as of right now when it comes to VET is not even 500 million. It's like slightly under that. So it's still over 10 times away than December of 2024. The reason why I'm saying that is to kind of showcase that I'm not overly enthusiastic as of right now just because the journey is still quite far. I want to take a look at it how it is. This is still quite low. But again, why is being low not necessarily a bad thing? This is going to depend on a case-by-case basis. But in terms of my perspective, if Bitcoin were to go back to its all-time high, it's not even 2 times away right now. I'm not joking. Bitcoin is not 2 times away from its all-time high as of right now. VET is not only over 2 times away, but more specifically, it's over 10 times away than December of 2024. And December of 2024 is not the all-time high. Actually, the all-time high market cap when it comes to VET was back in 2021, and that was almost 14 billion. So we got to think about that. A 5 billion market cap is still almost 3 times away than its peak in 2021, yet we're over 10 times away than a point which is almost 3 times away than its peak. So that showcases how the journey when it comes to VET could hypothetically still be long comparatively to its peak last year and the year before that, and also back in 2021, if that kind of makes sense. But long story short, I don't need VET to ever go back to its all-time high. For what, really? I mean, at this point, I'm not trying to become the next Jeff Bezos or whatever. That's not my goal. That's not my intent. So if VET just goes back to like December of 2024, which the market cap was slightly above 5 billion, if it just goes back there, in which we're over 10 times away from that, I have nothing to complain about, right? I'm not trying to buy a Bugatti. I'm not trying to, do all that type of stuff. That's not my style. Like, that type of stuff doesn't make me happy. I remember my dad gave me an 8P. I'll show it on the screen. I didn't like it. I got rid of it. Because why? I like the G-Shock better. I'm not joking. Literally, I don't have to service my G-Shock. It has tough solar, so it can charge, from a light source like that. And it can like sync with the atomic clocks or whatever, because it has multi-band 6. In the areas that, have that covered, it can automatically change the time, so it's always accurate when it comes to my G-Shock. Take a look at this. This is an ISO certified diver's watch, by the way, right? This is the G-Shock Frogman. I would choose that over the AP any day of the week. So again, I don't need VeChain to ever go back to its peak in 2021. For what? If it just goes back to its peak in December of 2024, I have nothing to complain about there. But I'm still holding and I'm still waiting, but I'm just saying. When it comes to VeChain, recently seeing how they made a post saying the only path is forward, keep building. Yeah, I thought that was really impressive, and I think it kind of showcases that VeChain is not stopping and they're continuing to build. So I do like that. I want to say thank you so much for watching though, and I hope you all have a very fantastic day, and I'll be sure to make more updates moving forward. It's been Lee the Captain.